Thayan, we are glad to have you as a friend, Jungkook. You are so great. Thayan complimented Jungkook, who was sitting in front of him silently and just looking at him. Jungkook, I hope you drop this act as soon as possible. He stood up. Taeyeon, what are you saying? He also stood up. Jungkook, I know you just want to use me so that you can be famous with a tag of hearthrob fan. But in reality, you are just jealous. But let me tell you, I didn't choose it. I didn't choose this popularity. Jungkook, you don't need to be jealous. Just start putting efforts and work hard. Then you don't need to act like that. He said coldly and went away while Theon stood there traumatized because whatever he said was his true intentions. But how he got to know this? Someone, I see. Again, some rascal wasted your time. He laughed. Jungkook, stop it, June. You know how I feel. Sometimes this thing off my mood and all. June, bro, you are truly blessed with this mind reading thing. June, at least you are safe from those fake people. You can sense their thoughts. Jungkook, sometimes it's a curse because you can't enjoy it with people because you already know they are using you. June, on a serious note, bro, you are safe from those heartbreaks, those trust issues people get, fake people, etc. etc. Be blessed. He scoffed it. Jungkook, okay, okay, as you say, sir. He chuckled. June, what about your love life? Any improvements? He elbows him. Jungkook, nothing. June signed. June. Can read people mind but can't find a girl who will be the love of your life, who will only love you and only one for you. Jungkook, I can read mind only if the person look in my eyes. Jungkook, by the way, what about your love life? He narrowed his eyes. I see, you seem very busy these days. June gulped, and when he tried to look in his eyes, June looked away. June, yeah, don't look. With that, he ran away. Next day, as soon as Jungkook entered the university, the crowd started forming around him, making him and June struggle while walking. June, this much popular dude, but you don't even look at them. June, yeah, Jungkook, look in their eyes and investigate if someone really love you from them. Jungkook, the one who will love me won't be like this. She will be admiring me from distance and smiling. June nodded. As they were walking, suddenly they heard a thud sound with a low muffle. Someone out. Jungkook and June looked behind them and see a girl who fell on the floor and her glasses beside her. June, hey, are you okay? He went to her level. Her. He also bent and picked her glasses and gave her. Jungkook, your glasses. She took her glasses silently and stood up and was about to walk away, but she bowed to them. Someone. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry for the disturbance. She sighed in one breath and walked away, and Jungkook just looked at her disappearing figure. June, we don't even see her face. Jungkook, we are getting late. Let's go. June and Jungkook stood outside the class bickering. June, because of you, we become late. He spit angrily. Jungkook, like it was me who was taking so long to pee, huh? June looked at him angrily because truly June made them late because he was busy in the restroom and he come out after 20 minutes and they become late for their music piano class. Jungkook, let's enter from back, okay? And try to be silent, jerk. He said and June and Jungkook started entering silently from the back door. Just then someone started playing piano and the melody was too pure and peaceful to ears and when Jungkook heard he looked at the person and it was a girl and from the clothes he recognized her. She is the same morning glasses girl and she is wearing it now too. June, yeah, why did you stop? Do you want to be embarrassed on the first day? But Jungkook didn't reply, just looking at the girl, but still can't see the full face, just eyes, which were also closed. Jungkook in mind, she's not playing the piano, but she is feeling it. Jun stood up and pulled him with himself, and they both settled on the last seat. While Jungkook was still looking for the girl's face, Jun, where are you lost, dude? Jungkook, huh, nothing. He sat straight on his seat. She stopped playing, and all the students clapped, and the teacher smiled. She stood up, and Jungkook looked at her face and was totally lost in her. Maybe this is what we call first sight love. When the person becomes the only shine, when the wine stops, when everyone is blurred in your frame. When you're lost in the person and can't listen to anything or anyone. That's what happened with him, but June, yeah, what were you lost? Jungkook, Angel, my tesoro. he said softly. June, huh? Which language are you using, bro? Jungkook came out. Jungkook, huh? Nothing. June, she's the same girl this morning. Jungkook, huh? I know. He hummed softly. Teacher, you're absolutely brilliant. You played it like a professional. Are you? She smiled. Someone, no, it's just my dad taught me piano. Teacher, oh my god, Vine, you are just great. She hugged her. Jungkook, in mind, so she's Vine. Pretty name, Vine. He smiled. June, she's Vine, but I don't think she know you. Like, even in the morning you helped her, but she didn't reacted much and just ran away. And if this was some other girl, she would have taken pics. He signed. Vine smiled and sat on her place, which was in front, and the teacher said, Teacher, so we are getting new student today at the changes of section. So all the new faces get a place. All the new students stood up, including Jun and Jungkook, and the teacher noticed Jungkook. Teacher, you are Jungkook, right? She pointed at him, and he politely nodded. Yes, I heard about you from the teacher. You are brilliant. Have great time here, and if you have any problem, just tell us. And this is from all the new students. All the new students smiled and cheered while Jungkook looked at the class, and when his eyes fell on Bayan, he smiled, but to his shock, she suddenly looked away like she hated him for years. Jungkook, in mind, at least accept my smile, Tesoro. He smiled and sat. And like this, she didn't even look at him for once, making him smile and sad a little at the same time, but he forgot his idiot lover. Jun, yeah, where are you lost? I'm noticing. You're not paying attention. Where is your attention? Jungkook, chill bro, I'm paying attention, okay? And the class ended, and before Jungkook could look for Ryan, she disappeared, making him chuckle. And Jun and Jungkook also went out of the class laughing and bickering. After the class, Jun, I noticed something. Jungkook looked at him and raised his eyebrows. He was distracted and was looking at the wine girl, right? Jungkook, huh? Of course, no. He sounded differently. June, okay, whatever. By the way, tomorrow our sections will be announced and our classes will also start from tomorrow. Jungkook, that's great, he said, but still was in his own world. June, yeah, you don't even ask if we both will be in the same lecture or not. He sulked and Jungkook laughed wholeheartedly. Jungkook, sometimes you act like my girlfriend. Suddenly, June clings to his arms. June, am I not? Jungkook made a disgusting face and pushed him. Jungkook, stop this. Whatever this thing, I'm straight. Jun laughed at his face. Jun, I'm not straight than you. Jungkook shook his head. Jungkook, no brain, no logic. Jun and Jungkook came outside because they have no idea of their classes. Jungkook just observed the surroundings when he saw Vine sitting under a tree with her closed eyes, just looking peaceful and her glasses shining from the sunshine. Jungkook, Jun, do you have any idea? Jun frowned. Jun, about what, dude? Jungkook, why we start to see someone unknown again and again? Jun, because they are in our mind, simply. Jun looked in the direction where Jungkook is looking and smirked. Jun, I see. Someone is seeing her everywhere. Love is in the air. Jungkook grinned and smacked his head. Jungkook, whatever, you speak nonsense. June, I'm speaking the truth. Jungkook, I know, bro, I believe. They both laughed. Jungkook again looked at her but frowned when he saw her in panic. She was talking to someone on call and hurriedly stood up with her bag and ran away. Jungkook in mind. Maybe something happened. Emergency? Yes, high possibility. Or why would she run away? Like she's losing someone. My angel flew away. He looked at the sky and talking to God or saying complaining to God. Next day, June, let's go. I think we are a little late. Our classroom number is 181. Jungkook, and you don't dare to sit with anyone. I don't want to sit with girls or any other boy. That's gonna be hectic. June nodded and patted his shoulder. June, I got your back, brother. Don't you worry. Jungkook, I know. They went inside their classroom. As June and Jungkook entered the class, all the girls cheered and boys started shouting. But he ignored those things and observed the room, and his eyes found someone whom he didn't even have any idea. Jungkook in mind. Your name. Why it is a sign again? Jung, let's sit. But Jungkook held his hand. Jungkook, listen, that girl named Vine is also in our class. So I'm gonna sit with her and you will sit beside her. So basically she will be between us, okay? June, but why? He frowned. Jungkook, by her appearance, she is either innocent or introverted. So before someone start to bully her, let's be friends with her. June, just say you wanna sit with her because you like her and don't you want another boy to sit with her. Jungkook grinned and ignored all the class and girls. He started going towards Ryan, who is reading a book without knowing what's coming next for her. Jungkook reached the last row and knocked on the table to grab her attention, and he looked at him, but her eyes widened. Jungkook looked in her eyes and, Ryan, in mine, what is he doing here? But before Jungkook could read more, he looked towards book again. Jungkook, in mine. Why did she say that? He frowned. Jungkook, excuse me, can we sit here? He asked politely. Ryan, you can sit wherever you want. It's your class too. She said without looking at them, and June and Jungkook looked at each other, then at her. They shrugged their and sat beside her, and now she was in between them. June, hey Ryan, and don't be shocked about how we know your name. It's just in music class the teacher said your name, okay? Ryan, it's fine, she politely said. June, I'm June. From now on, I'm your friend or brother. Whatever you. June, prefer, okay? June smiled and she also smiled a little. Ryan, thank you, and I prefer both. June smiled and they shook their hands. Jungkook, and I'm Jungkook, let's be friends. Ryan looked at him and noticed the silence and looked at the class which was just looking at them. She gulped, and Jun and Jungkook noticed it. Jun, you all are free to continue your work, he said with sarcasm. Jungkook, Ryan looked at him and shook her hand with him, making him smile, but he hides it. Ryan, thank you, she softly said. Jungkook, we're happy to be your friend. She looked at them with shock and confusion. Ryan, why? I mean, why are you happy to be my friend? Like, Jun laughed at her innocence, and Jungkook shook his head. Jun, Ryan just think that we wanted someone who is not rude, clever, and the type of person who uses people. Ryan nodded. Ryan, but how can you trust someone so easily? Jungkook smiled and said, Jungkook, don't worry. I know you are not from them, and on the top, I have great sense of observing surroundings. Ryan nodded. Jun, what are you reading? Ryan looked at her open book, and her eyes widened, and this was noticed by them. June, don't tell me you are reading those 21 plus rated fanfiction book. He smoked and took the book but frowned reading the name. Healing Depression Without Medication? Why are you reading this book? Wait, are you depressed? She cut him off and said, Ryan, it's not for me, but for someone else. I am reading it for someone I love. June nodded and politely put the book on the desk. Jungkook, are you really okay? She looked at him and nodded, but before he could ask anything, the teacher entered. The teacher asked for the introduction, and all the students introduced themselves. Jungkook looked at Vine more likely, but she was so focused on the lecture and didn't even look at him for once. He wanted to read her thoughts, but he knew that it can be too fast for her. As the class ended and all the students went out of the room to have lunch, but Vine was still studying, making June and Jungkook frown. So June asked, June, are you not going to have something? Are you not hungry? Vine, I had mine before the class. You all go, I'm fine. She smiled, but Jungkook didn't feel good, so he said, Jungkook, Ryan, look at me. She turned her face towards him. Did you really had your lunch? Ryan looked in his eyes, not knowing the consequences. Ryan, in mine, why is so hard to lie? Oh, whatever the hell, I forgot my wallet. Jungkook chuckled, and Ryan looked at him confused. Ryan, what happened? Jungkook, nothing. June, let's go. I'm hungry. June nodded and stood up. Before going, June asked her again, but she denied politely. June, you read her thoughts when you asked her to look at you, right? Jungkook, yes, and she is hungry, so let's buy something and have it with her. She forgot her wallet, that's why she wasn't coming with us, but let's make her tummy full, June laughed. June, good, my boy has already become wiped for her girl. Jungkook smiled and shook his head. Jungkook, just humanity, brother. June, I also forgot my wallet. Buy me lunch too. Jungkook grinned. Jungkook, I'm sorry, but I don't have money. June cursed him and he laughed, and they went to the cafeteria and bought the lunch and entered the room and saw her reading the same book. Hearing the noise, she looked up and saw June and Jungkook coming in her direction with food in their hands. She frowned. June, let's eat. He put the food down and said, Jungkook, open it. They opened the wrappers. Fine, you both eat, I'm full. Just then her tummy made a noise, making her embarrassed, and June and Jungkook chuckled softly. June, wine, eat, it's your brother order. He said firmly and strictly. Jungkook, your friends too. He also said firmly. Vine looked down and nodded, and her eyes became teary, but she was so fast to hide it and smiled. They all smiled and started eating while Jun was cracking jokes, and Jungkook was making sure she is not feeling uncomfortable. Jun and Jungkook didn't leave her side, and it came to the end of the day, and they all come outside, and Vine bid them goodbye and went away. Jun, she is really innocent and naive. Jungkook, let's keep her safe. Jun nodded. June, Mom would be over the moon if I tell her about Vine. She will be like, finally, I got a daughter. I'm so blessed. I got a sister. He looked down and Jungkook patted his shoulder. Jungkook, now you have, June nodded and smiled. At night, June and Jungkook walking while they bickering. June, I told you to buy the groceries, not me. Jungkook, so you will be tagging along with me and that's it. They were walking when suddenly they noticed a figure wearing a hoodie and drinking beer or something. Just then, a lady came to the girl and sit beside her and hugged her, and the girl burst into tears. They were not able to see the face because of the long hoodie. June, let's go. Let's not disturb their moment. Jungkook nodded and started walking, but still he was feeling weird in his heart. But he shook it off and went away with June.